Hi, my name's Gabe. For this problem, we're asked to evaluate the 6 trigonometric functions at the real number t equals 2 pi divided by 3. So what I've begun by doing is I drew a unit circle as well as the angle 2 pi divided by 3 in standard position. Now, the point at which the angle intersects the circle is the point -1/2 square root of 3 divided by 2. And we're going to use this point to evaluate the 6 trigonometric functions. So let's start with sine. We know that sine of any angle theta is just the y value of the point which intersects the unit circle at that angle theta. So if we're looking for sine of 2 pi divided by 3, all we want to do is look at the y value of this point. So we see the y value here is the square root of 3 divided by 2. Next, let's go ahead and look at cosine. So cosine of any angle is the x value at which the angle intersects the unit circle. So looking for cosine of 2 pi divided by 3, we see that our x value is -1/2. Now, tangent of any angle is the ratio y divided by x. So looking at this point, tangent of 2 pi divided by 3 is going to be the y value of our point, the square root of 3 divided by 2, divided by the x value at our point, which is -1/2. Now this simplifies to negative square root of 3. Now let's go ahead and let's look at cosecant, secant, and cotangent. So cosecant of an angle is 1 divided by the y value. So cosecant of 2 pi divided by 3 is 1 divided by the y value at this point. So that's 1 divided by the square root of 3 over 2. And we can simplify this. So simplifying, we have this is equal to 2 divided by the square root of 3. And we can also rationalize the denominator by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the square root of 3. So this leaves us with 2 times the square root of 3, all divided by 3. Next, let's look at secant. So secant of an angle theta is 1 divided by the x value. So in this case, it's going to be 1 divided by -1/2. Which, if we simplify this, we see that this is equal to -2. And finally, cotangent. So cotangent of any angle, 2 pi divided by 3 in this case, is the x value divided by the y value. So here, this is going to be -1/2 divided by the square root of 3 divided by 2. And if we simplify this, this is equal to -1 divided by the square root of 3. And here, we can rationalize the denominator the same way that we did for cosecant. And this is equal to -square root of 3 divided by 3. Now something that's worth noting here is if you look at sine and cosecant, you'll notice that their values are reciprocals. And the same is true for cosine and secant, as well as tangent and cotangent. Thank you.